Oh fucking boy, we get to talk about Behavior Interactive and Dead by Daylight, and this time it's not me playing it; it's just me shitting on this stuff because I've been saying this for about a year now, since about year 7 started with how fucked this shit's getting, and I think it's time that I call them out on it. More publicly in a video than just shitting on them on Facebook and getting banned from the Steam forums for having the audacity to say that your fucking change to Unreal 5 was a fucking shit show. Um, so let's start this off real quick. Go over the basics of this article. TLDR, if you want to just listen to this and nothing else, Behavior Interactive and Dead by Daylight are fucked. They are bleeding employees, and it's well deserved, and it's high time that they started suffering for some of their bad fucking decision making. But that's just how it is, and that's just kind of high level overview. They're losing people, but do I think that matters? A little bit. Do I think it's gonna make DVD better? Do I think it's gonna make it worse? Time will tell. But I think DVD's already at the lowest point it could possibly be right now. And to cover this a little bit more in depth, let's go through the article, and I'll point out some spots where I call bullshit on what Behavior's saying, and where their press talk and their hopes for the future are really fucked up. So, as it says, less than 6 months after laying off 440 employees, Behavior lays off another 95. TLDR, bleeding employees. I wonder why. It's because they're losing money. So to basically explain that, Dead by Daylight is their major profit maker. It's where most of their money comes from. They make other shit, and they claim that they're very successful and all of our strengths are in this stuff. It's like, no, nothing you guys have made in a long fucking time has made any fucking money. It's been DBD and like fuck all else. Every other thing has basically been a financial flop and a colossal failure. But as we see here, Chucky is prime on the page. Chucky is a perfect example of them sucking ass at development. Third person perspective, something I said they were never going to do. Then you've got him being small, so he's basically invisible, and he's a stealth killer, and his perks are pay to win. Ridiculous. All of the most bullshit stuff. And some people don't want to point it out. Doesn't matter though. I'm willing to point it out. I don't give a fuck. Shirt my survivor. Yeah, shirt me. Suck my fucking balls. You'll have fucking nothing. Just, I hope your company burns. Like, you guys suck. You fucked up this game from the start. Like, year 1, you fucking sucked. Year 2, you fucking sucked. You did pretty good. You built your shit up over the years, and that came back eventually. And then fucking all of 2023, you guys fucking straight in the shitter. All the things you said you were gonna do, you didn't fucking do. You made fucking some decent changes in 2022, and then 2023 you just were like, garbage. You just threw all that shit right in the fucking trash. You're fucking idiots. So I don't care that, you know, a little over a tenth of your fucking people just got fucking. You probably were the people who were fucking it up the most, honestly. And if you weren't, you weren't helping, is the real truth. You weren't fixing shit up, is clearly the problem. Or you were working on Behavior's other failed bullshit, which should have seen the writing on the wall. You worked for a company for at least long enough to be working on a product rather than being trained. So, I mean, you should have known the company you were working for it didn't make shit that people cared about. The only thing they make that people care about is DBD, and it's because they pander repeatedly over and over and over again, and then they do not care what people say. Rant aside, let's finish this out here a little bit stronger, right? So, Studio Interactive, Behavior Interactive is making strategic changes for future growth that will draw upon the company's historical strengths to craft an ambitious vision for its future success. And in case there's any doubt, yes, that means layoffs are happening. Oh, fuck me. You really expect me to believe this is for your strategic changes for fucking growth? Like, what? You guys have fucking failed at everything else you've ever done. DVD is the only thing that makes you any money. Don't fucking lie to us. We're not idiots. We know this is going on. Anybody with eyes can fucking look at your charts and know that your games fucking fail horribly within, like, days, if not weeks or months of them coming out. Behavior said in a press release the company currently has roughly 1,300 employees, up from the 575 just 5 years ago, but the unprecedented popularity of the video game industry responsible for that growth, it added, has also led to unprecedented competition. No, Texas Chainsaw failed. Fucking Friday the 13th failed. Both of those were Gun Interactive, and they both fucking died because Gun's incompetent bastards. And if you think fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space is your competition too, what are you, retarded? Like, no, it's not. It doesn't have that many players, and it also just came out, and it still isn't even competing with you guys. You're fucking lying. The competition doesn't exist for Dead by Daylight because you idiots have that market cornered, and you still fuck it up repeatedly because you're all about them profit bars going up, and you fucking suck at doing it. Anyway. Within this challenging context, Behavior has renewed its focus on its historical strengths, Behavior said. These include the company's leading position in horror gaming, and its production expertise, and its 30-year history of providing exceptional service to its development partners. What the fuck are you talking about? One, DBD barely qualifies as a horror game. You've never made other horror games in the past, and the other stuff you're making, like the DBD TV show that we all know is not going to happen, and if it does happen, it's going to be fucking awful, like all of the other content of its kind. Like, you guys don't make horror games. Your position as a leading position, yet no, DBD's not a horror game, it's a multiplayer game. And even if it qualified as a horror game, fuck no. Dude, Alien Isolation, that's a horror game. Like, you mean to tell me you're on par with Alien Isolation? Really? Really? DBD? Like, huh? Are you sure? You wanna check? Maybe just take a look? No? Maybe just gonna say that? Okay. That's fine. I wasn't expecting intelligence from you guys anyway. But, you know, what's fucking wrong with you? Like, no, you're not horror game makers. Shut the fuck up. You borrow horror IPs for your multiplayer game. Like, you're no more of a horror developer than COD is a horror developer. Like, what are you fucking doing? You're lying to yourselves. You're lying to everybody else. We all know it's not true. Anyway. To pursue this clarified vision, Behavior will be implementing multiple strategic changes to its corporate structure, improving the distinction between its product, production, and business development and marketing resources. As a result of these changes, the company will reduce its team by up to 95 employees, 70 of whom are based in Montreal. I care so much that you're losing about a tenth of your people. Like, come on. We all know what you're trying to say is we're restructuring because our shit doesn't make any money and we can't figure out what's failing. So we're just going to give people the fucking boot instead of figuring out, you know, if they were actually doing something important. And if they weren't doing something important and you did figure out they were fucking useless, it's a little too late now because the damage has been done to DBD. You're not fixing that shit. Sorry. Like, you had chances to make these changes and you just kind of didn't do them. It's not like we didn't know you fucking had plans to do it. You guys just didn't fucking do it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. You talked about all sorts of stuff, like the anti-camp and the fixing this and the fixing that. Like, no, you didn't fucking do any of it. You have no intention of doing any of it. Shut the fuck up. You can make as many changes as you want. Your maps are always buggy. Your killers are always buggy. Your perks are always buggy. Like, you don't care. You don't listen to people. Shut the fuck up. Like, you don't know what you're doing. Like, clearly you don't know what you're doing. You don't listen to anybody. Like, your games constantly keep failing outside of DBD, and that's kept alive on pandering alone. That's it. Like, fuck off. Anyways. Gotta get through this. Gotta stay focused. I promise I won't keep tangenting every fucking paragraph. Behavior Interactive said the layoffs will not impact the development of Dead by Daylight. Studio representatives effortlessly confirmed with PC Gamer that Behavior's base-building shooter Meet Your Maker and single-player Dead by Daylight spin-off The Casting of Frank Stone, which is actually being developed by Supermassive, are business as usual. That's supposed to give me confidence. Business as usual for Dead by Daylight after 2023 and into 2024 has been like the sharpest decline in quality you could possibly have made. Like, come on, please don't be business as usual. I don't give a shit about Meet Your Maker. That's already dead. Like, that's gone. You might as well give up on that. Nobody's playing anymore. And Casting of Frank Stone, which isn't even being developed by you guys, I don't care if that's business as usual. That's the closest you guys are going to get to a horror game, and I guarantee it fucking fails, too. Like, you guys have never had a success with Dead by Daylight. Like, I'm sorry, it's just true. I'm shocked you guys are still around. But, like, come on. Not fooling anybody. Also, please, don't fucking keep business as usual for Dead by Daylight. That shit's... Oh boy, please just don't. Fix it. Don't keep doing business as usual. We need fixes. Behavior Interactive co-founder and CEO... I'm not even gonna try that fucking shit. Fuck that. Double R, that's his name. I don't give a shit. RR. Expressed deep personal appreciation for any employee affected by today's changes, but also spun the layoffs as a win, except I would assume, of course, for any employee being shown the door. Yeah, it's pretty fucking true. Also, you know, smile while I stab you in the back. That's basically what's happening here. You know, giving you the boot, fuck you. You know, thanks for your time here. We were glad that you worked here, but, bye. Hit the road, Jack. Like, fuck you. Like, you maybe don't go with the grow until we can't fucking grow anymore. If you're only got one successful product and everything else you've ever made fails, maybe stick with what you're good at and don't expand. Super easy. I know. You really needed me to tell you that. Anyways. Jeez. While changes to our structure and strategic vision have led to challenging decisions, we're confident these decisions will position us for continued success. As we continue the next phase of behavior's growth, committing to excellence in our products and workplace culture remains steadfast. Your workplace culture? Nobody fucking cares. Don't use that buzzword. This isn't LinkedIn. You don't need to tell us that shit. We know the truth. You guys are failing. Just say it. Just say we're fucked. They're not going to, though. You know why? Because I think they're publicly traded. And if they're not, dear God, don't become publicly traded. You'll fuck yourselves into a hole. Layoffs come less than 5 months after a previous round of cuts in behavior that saw 40 people cut out of work due to changing market conditions. And the latest bit of awfulness that's plagued the video game industry since the beginning of 2023, just yesterday, just caused developer Avalanche Studios laid off roughly 50 employees and closed 2 of its 5 studios, one of which it only acquired 8 months ago. While Intercept Games, Phoenix Labs, and Square Enix have all announced layoffs in May. May also saw us the outright closure of 4 entire studios by Microsoft, including Prey developer Arcane Austin and Hi-Fi Rush maker Tango Gameworks. It's happening industry-wide, but some of those don't deserve it. I'm gonna be honest. Square Enix too a little bit. You kind of deserve it with that PlayStation shit. Like, you guys knew that was coming. Like, obviously, that was gonna happen. But, oh, poor Tango Gameworks. You you had such potential. Hi-Fi Rush was such a fucking success. It's now on PlayStation. And they closed you. Like, fuck. Come on. But aside from that, like, what can really be done here? Instead of being super negative, what do I think behavior can do? Well, there's a couple of things. I'm gonna break it down into 3 things they can do. First thing they can do, super fucking easy. All they have to do is take a break. No more new content. Kibosh. Nothing new in year 8. It's a little late now that they've already released the roadmap, but the problems with DBD are too big to continue just adding and adding and adding. It's already a buggy fucking nightmare without them being fuck-ups. The biggest issue is that they don't fix the problems. They patch it later when there's a problem, but there's clearly overarching problems where things are just getting layered and layered and layered and layered, just adding shit to a game that can't really handle it already. So, what I think they need to do, take a Rainbow Six Siege approach, take some time off, just stop doing dumb shit, fix the game as it is. They made it to Unreal Engine 5, and I shit you not, I pointed out and I said pretty much exactly word for word what I'll say right now. It was something along the lines of, this rubber banding is wild AF. Or something along those lines. Didn't say as fuck, or maybe it was MF, or something like that, like I'm rubber banding hard as an MF, but I didn't say motherfucker, I didn't say fucker, I didn't say anything bad at all. Banned. Like 3-day ban, like what? Can't criticize behavior. So, that's step 1. Fix the game. No new content, fix what you have. Step 2, see the writing on the wall. Stop the pandering. Now, when I say stop the pandering, I mean this in 2 possible ways. 2 ways. 2 very simple ways. 1, stop doing IP-based shit. It's clearly too expensive. Do like 1 a year, if that, and your original content, fuck, it better be great. Like, it has to be better in 2023, because your original content in 2023 was the majority of what you added. And it sucked. It was all fucking bad. For the most part, all of your original content was the exact antithesis of what you were supposed to be doing. You made 3-genning worse. You created multiple killers whose entire shit was just fuck you area denial. Like, why? Why? What could you possibly have been thinking? Nobody asked for that shit, especially when you left 2022 on the high point of Albert fucking Wesker. Like, I don't know how you pulled that shit off. Stop doing IP-based shit. Stop praying people are going to come back for that IP-based shit. You're pissing people off with your content as it is. You don't need to be pandering to fuck it up more. So, do you remember how I said it was a 2-part thing? Yeah. It's time to read the writing on the walls. Stop cultivating an audience that's toxic as fuck. What do I mean by that? Super fucking simple. If you know what my opinions are about the fucking LGBT salad dipshits, they're part of your problem. DBD has this fucking knack for attracting the most toxic people on the internet, the ones that are most likely to crucify you, and that's the extremist, hypersexualized gaytards. And when I say that, I mean that full offense intended. Come at me. Run that fade, I'll beat your ass. Come at me. I fucking dare you. I dare you fuckers. Because I know that you get to see this shit, and I know you get super fucking pissed about it, and then you decide to get all up in arms about it. Mr. Smith. Mr. Wesson. Glad you could join me. Fucking give you a knuckle sandwich. Fuck all of you. You know what's wrong with you. You know what's wrong with what you're doing. Stop fucking doxing, stop being retards, and stop fucking setting harassment campaigns. And behavior, stop fucking supporting those people. And when people point out your fucking bullshit, and they get mad at you for all the dumb shit you do, why even have a fucking, like a Shirt My Survivor and a fucking Insider Fog Whisperer program if you aren't going to let them also fucking, criticize you? That's their fucking job. You shouldn't make them only be fucking dick riders. You fucking retards. It's that easy. Now, I've been really nice and not popping off this whole time up until very recently, and it's obvious what's got me so fucking heated is the fact that the solution to fixing your shit is you gotta kick the fucking bullshit. We know who they are. You know who your most toxic community is, and they're the worst part of your community. They're the worst part of all of gaming. Like, I'm sorry. You guys are fake gamers. If you don't like me saying that, prove that you're not. The problem is that you're propped up because of who you are, not your skill. And if that's an issue to me being, fucking saying it, especially in the fucking month of fags, suck my balls. I don't fucking care. You are not being held up on merit. You're being propped up because of who you are, not skill. And, I'm not saying that all of you are unskilled, but 99.9% of you are. And it's just, that's the reality of it. You almost all fucking unanimously suck fucking ass at video games, and you're not doing it for any good reason. You're doing it for money. You're doing it for attention. Sure, I'm streaming and making videos for attention. Difference is I'm not doing it for fucking money, and I never fucking will. You can have my fucking oath on that shit. I'll never be monetized willingly. You will never have ads on any of my videos. Nothing I'll make will ever be monetized unless it's been done against my will, and I might not be able to stop it. Just how it is. But, on top of all of that, just how it is. Like, if you can't handle the fact that you suck, and we know you suck, and you're the worst part of these communities because you keep harassing people over changes that you don't even understand, fuck you. Like, you're not a real fan, obviously. It's clear and obvious. If you're just gonna fucking, be a fair weather fan towards behavior, and the second that some fucking retard fucking decides to say, oh, this is transphobic, it's like, is it though, or are you just retarded? You're just retarded is clearly the thing. You're just a hate mob. That's all you guys ever do, is hate mob. And fucking dogpile when it makes no fucking sense. You eat your own, and it sucks. You're disgusting. So are you, behavior. Anyway, tangent aside. What's step 3 that they can do? What's the third thing they can do is super fucking obvious. It's the one thing every multiplayer game needs to fucking get right. Listen to your fucking fans. You cannot be killer-sided, and you cannot be exclusively survivor-sided. There should never be a question over your balancing. All of 2023's original killers were very obviously doing the one thing you said you were trying to fix, which is 3-genning. You added an anti-camp update that is nearly impossible for the survivor to actually get off, because proxy camping is still a thing, and it's worse than ever. Like, you can cook so slowly on the hook when they're just a little bit away from you. And it's like, another survivor coming anywhere near you while the killer's proxy camping just basically fucking negates any reason for that anti-camp. And it's like, oh, maybe they're going to kick a gen and they're going to do a locker here and there and reload, maybe it's a trickster or a huntress. Like, no, fuck you. That's dumb as shit. And everybody knows it. You almost never wiggle free from hooks, and you almost never are going to get cooked enough by a fucking competent killer who's paying attention. They don't have to leave. They just have to get slightly far enough away. 16 meters is not very far. It's barely out of the fucking killer shack if the basement is there. Like, the fuck? There's no point. So when people call you guys out on shit and say, hey, why is your new killer a IP-based killer with good fucking perks? He's got third-person view camera, and he has a fucking visibility of a fucking, like, an actual doll, so we can't fucking see him, because he's below the grass level. Like, he's shorter than crouched survivors. Like, no fucking brainer that you guys fucked something up there, but you're not gonna fix it. And the problem is when you do finally fix it, now you have to deal with the idea that you guys keep releasing shit that's paid DLC, so it's pay to win. And because it's IP based, you can't use shards on it. So it's like, what the fuck? What's the point? You guys don't listen to criticism, so it's like, fuck. What do I do? Nothing. I'm gonna bitch and complain. And like I did for many years after your fucking awful launch of this game, I might just stop playing. Like, I might play a little bit more, maybe another month, just to see if maybe things turn around. I don't think they will. I'm sorry, I just don't think they will. I think behavior's fucking done. I hope they're fucking done. I hope they crash and burn, and that people stop playing this game. Because, frankly, the way they're handling it, you guys don't deserve more support. You just keep fucking shit up repeatedly. And you keep cultivating the worst parts of every possible space in gaming. And I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not sorry. I know that sounds really retarded coming out of my mouth, that, I'd say I'm sorry that I'm not sorry, but, you guys deserve it. Like, this is what you're getting what you deserve. You're reaping what you sowed. You let the fucking game get this bad, and you didn't fix it. And then you keep releasing bad products, and you have to tie them into DVD somehow just to make fucking money. Like, it's a problem. It's an obvious problem. And there's obvious solutions. And everybody can see what the issues are. You just don't do anything about it. Like, you keep saying, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. This is the changes here. This is what we're working on. Yeah. It's like, no, you're fucking not. You're not making the changes you're claiming. You're barely fixing the game. You added Unreal Engine 5, and it was a disaster. So many fucking issues. And it's like, for what? You didn't need an Unreal Engine 5 update. It was fine in Unreal Engine 4, and now it works even worse. And it's like the new map that you just added for the Dungeons and Dragons update with Vecna. If you idle on the map's fucking end screen, like you idle in the end game when you should click leave, if the game ends, like the match ends, like the last survivor dies, escapes, whatever, the game fucking crashes. It just freezes up, locks up. You can't even click anything. It might as well be crash. So you have to fucking Alt F4 or go into your task manager, Control Shift Escape, manually close the game. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is super easy shit to not get wrong. And it's because you guys are incompetent. I've ranted for long enough. But my opinion stands. Fix those 3 things, your game is perfect. You'll fix most of your problems. You're probably not going to produce other things that make money, but DBD is your main moneymaker anyway. Just make your money there. And fix your fucking overpriced skins. $20 for outfits is insane, and I hate that macro transactions are just the new norm. But this Chucky shit, stop doing shit like this. Just stop. Stop making shit content. Stop it. Get help. Or don't, and die. It's your problem.